Hey there, my youth, my young adults. I don't know how you are there, but I want to encourage you that for those who are doing well, thanks be to God. And for those who are going through challenges, all will be well. You know, there is time for the rain and there is time for the sun. There is time for mourning and there is time for rejoicing. So, amidst every situation, be thankful to God and don't give up. Last time we shared about the dream guy mentality or mindset, and so we saw how it affects someone in looking for what? In looking for a right spouse or a right lifelong partner. So today we want to deal with the dream guy mindset or mentality or illusion. So we said that if you are to do what? To find a lifelong partner, there are certain things you have to do away with now, like the dream guy mentality. Yes, that illusion, having someone in your mind that, oh, my ideal guy should be like this, like that. So today we want to see how you can do away with it, how you can deal with it. And I think the first point I should start with is that what if instead of looking for those things in the guy you want, what if you start with yourself, like you practice personal growth? You start with yourself. Like if you're looking for a guy who is rich, a guy who has done it all in life, a guy who is having a nice body, having a perfect self. What if you start with yourself? You also do your things, you establish yourself, you buy your cars, you build your houses, you do your things, such that by the time you're going to get the man of your dreams, those are not things now that matter a lot. You're now focusing maybe on values, important values in life, like honesty, integrity, like good character, things that sustain a lifelong relationship. Yes, think about that. I don't know how it is to you. Then point 2, you have to acknowledge your fantasy or this fantasy. Like examine yourself. Accept that you have the mentality. And again, after that, ask yourself, where did this thing come from? When, how, where did I get this kind of mindset from? Because you see, maybe you could have acquired it from a real life couple. Maybe your mother and father, they showed a good example, and in your mind you got that thing that to get an ideal person should be like my mother, should be like my father. Was it from social media? Yes. Where did you get that from? And then again, that will help you to do what? To revise yourself, because not all people will be like the ones you have seen, or you have lived with, or you have watched somewhere. Things might be different, yeah? Things might be different from what you're doing, from what you have in your mind, or the fantasy, because real life and fantasy, usually they are not, how should I say, they are a bit parallel. Yes, because real life calls for hard work, it calls for a lot of strength and courage to live the life. Yes. Then again, the third one, you have to redefine the term dream guy. Yeah, redefine it basing on reality, because instead of focusing on certain things like outward appearance, his body shape, his wealth, or things he has established, or the charm, that excitement for a moment, what if you shift to things that matter? Yes, those things that matter for lifelong relationships, like I have told you, the integrity, the character. You look at how this person treats you, their emotional intelligence, how they do things. Yes, what if you focus on that? Because in the end, as they already said, that in marriage, because if you're aiming at a lifelong relationship, that means you're aiming at marriage. And you'll find that in marriage, things change. Yes, the honeymoon stage has a certain level where it will reach. I'm not saying it gets over completely, but if it's not activated all the time, it has where it will stop, and then you'll start reality. You'll start real things, real life. Yes, that need character, that need values, things like taking care of children, things like advancing your careers, things that need finances, things that need... There is a lot, so you have to focus on the right things. Then the other one is you have to accept real love, not perfect love. Not that love you watch in movies that is very perfect. The guy is perfect. He's opening the door, the car door, he's opening the house door, everything like you're the princess, you're the queen. No, in real life, things are different. Because if you are in a world where you're going to be working, he's working, you're working, do you expect all that all the time? You know you need finances, you know you have things that need money. So you're not going to be like that in idolizing. You have to know that human beings are imperfect, and accepting that enables you to know that your guy may not come as perfect in everything. He may not fill or tick all the boxes. Yes, he might not do that. But then when you accept his real love, then you will know that it will come with good partnership with him, respect, the love that you desire, someone who will choose you daily, support you, and help you to grow, to become better, someone who is happy that you are doing great, not jealous, not competitive with you in any way, nothing. Then again, you have to practice self-awareness, especially when it comes to your emotions. Yes, because you find that this dream guy mentality is just most of the times an emotional illusion that maybe you acquired from a movie or from wherever. You're the one who knows, but you feel that it is this Mr. Perfect who will make everything right with you. He's the one who will complete you. He's the one who will make you happy, understood, loved. So instead of focusing on the dream guy coming in your life to change, what if you start with yourself, whereby you practice your self-awareness, knowing what makes you happy, what makes you sad, practicing self-love, embracing healing where you maybe had trauma, where you had things, fixations and everything. What if you start working on yourself? Yes, and all this comes with practicing self-awareness, trying to understand yourself. Then again, and I think it is the last point, you have to pray to God for discernment. Yes, God to give you the right man, the man who aligns with his purpose for your life, the man who God feels is compatible or is truly meant for you. Because God sees things we cannot see. He says his ways are far different from our ways, and he knew us even before we were created in our mother's wombs. While we were hidden in those wombs, he knew every secret. He saw us being formed. He saw us grow into human beings, into fully matured human beings. So that is why it is right that you ask God for discernment. Because to you, the guy who looks ideal, the guy who looks perfect in the eyes of God, yes, he might be perfect, but not perfect for you. Right, but wrong for you. So when you come to God and ask for the right guy, he's going to really bring you the guy who will stand with you in your thick times and in your thin times, in the lows and highs of your life. So I truly want to encourage you, dear young lady, young guy, wherever you are, whoever is watching this dream guy mentality. Yeah, you can do away with it by accepting reality, embracing self-awareness, asking God for guidance, for discernment, redefining the true definition of the dream guy, and all that I have shared. I love you so much. I remain yours, Nambusi Mary Gorreti, your psychologist. Don't forget to subscribe, to share, to like, to comment, and to ask questions. God bless you. Stay blessed.